You made it, you beautiful souls. What in tarnation is going on? Now, if you're new to For Honor, April 1st is always somewhat of an entertaining day because the Ubisoft devs always seem to add some wacky stuff to it. We've had rabbits, we've had miniature characters with really large weapons, and now we have wolf and sheep heads that make a bunch of noises. I personally did not have any time to play it on this joyous occasion because I had family members to attend to, but it seems like a fun event for a couple hours at least. Now here's the point of the video and my argument. I don't know how much it cost to set up one event for one day so that we can hit each other with bonk noises and squishy sound effects, which I do remember was last year or the year before, but I honestly don't really care about these events. I want more Dominion maps. You know, the game mode that they actually sponsor with all of their Dominion series, the competitive game mode that they all keep pushing out towards us, the game mode that they balance around. It can even be repurposed maps from Tribute, Skirmish, and even Breach. That's right, baby. Breach. Call me a goober or whatever you want, but these events, they're fun for one day and then they get removed right afterwards. You wanna know why I don't care about this April Fool's event, or even the April Fool's events in general, unless it's the Star Wars theme with the badass lightsabers? It's because it's only for one flipping day. I wanna experience a new map that I can play every single day because sure, it's nice to reminisce about the good times I had fighting a bigger tomboy inquisitor, but maybe I'd like to play that every single day. But I digress. What does this mean? It means that Ubisoft has the power to add all these crazy shenanigans, but refuses to add in new maps. We have been asking for maps for the longest time. The last time we had a new map was probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I believe it was the Harbor map. And I'm not talking about duel maps or brawl maps or anything like that, but we haven't gotten any brawl maps in general. I'm talking about Dominion maps, the most played game mode out there, the game mode that they balance around. We have been in a constant drought when it comes to new content for maps. It's quite literally been 4 years since Harbor was released. That's the last time we got a Dominion map. Honestly, I don't even want a new hero right now. And quite frankly, a lot of people agree with me. I recently made a poll within an hour. Almost 2,000 people have voted. And thank you all for participating. What would you prefer right now? A new hero or a new map? 79% on new maps and 21% on a new hero. I usually get around 13,000 votes, and so let's just average that out right now with the numbers that we have currently. 80% of 13 is probably going to be about 10 to 11,000 people, and that is a shinto ton of individuals out there. One of the main reasons people don't want to deal with the new characters because they always come out overpowered. Ubisoft makes them overpowered so that people buy them. The recent event with Pirate Inquisitor and this recent April Fool's event isn't the best use of Ubisoft's resources in my opinion, because all of the tools, all the resources that they allocated into making one event that lasts what, a week or two, is gone. I'm confused from a business standpoint on why they would create that. Yes, there's players that like to play this new event, and I personally had fun with this event. And yes, companies should try to innovate and create new things for us players to enjoy and not be so stale. However, For Honor's main attraction is the combat, and of course the fashion, and where you fight. Focusing on balance changes and adding new maps for the players to fight on, I think is way more important than adding a small event that lasts for a couple of weeks or so. Because one, there are a lot of PvE only players that like to play just against AI, and that's totally fine. Playing versus AI in this new event can be fun, but the thing is, Ubisoft doesn't really make any money off of this. This event helps sell Pirate's Inquisitor outfit, and it's a cool way to showcase it, but at the end of the day, this event will just get rotated out with all the other events, and you'll still have the new skin, which is the main draw. PvE players get to enjoy a new event that's a breath of fresh air compared to all the other ones, but I think the resources are better spent on other things. PvE players get a win by enjoying a new event, while the PvP players get to enjoy the stale maps that we've gotten for years. And this affects PvE players as well. I'm sure they all want new maps to roam around. PvE players, let me know your thoughts. Would you want reworked maps, or events to be in a playlist, or for them just to shelve the events like they always do? But Sol, why don't they make new maps? It's been 4 years. Well, let me tell you, Timmy, the reason is Battle Pass. Monetization in For Honor is fairly lackluster and fairly player favored. Ubisoft only charges $10 for the Battle Pass, and everything else you can just buy with steel, which you can earn in-game. Even high value items such as skins that are catered towards just one character, you can buy with steel. Granted, most of the items are 7 to 15k steel, and the illustrious outfits are 20k. This is a lot of steel, and you can purchase it from the store, and those whales can just buy and buy and buy until they're out of money. But at the end of the day, you can still farm for steel by playing this game every single day, God help you, and buy it with free currency. Their monetization compared to Overwatch, Apex Legends, those games, it's super tame, and I'm glad to be playing this game. But unfortunately, companies these days are greedy as heck, and they need more money. We need more money, Arthur, and you need to have more faith in a small indie company like Ubisoft. That's from Red Dead Redemption, by the way. Anyways, the main thing is that Ubisoft is a 7-year-old game, and the only way they make money right meow is the Battle Pass. $10, make it every season so that they can get more money in there for those greedy CEOs and fund the developers that actually like making content for this game. And to that regard, I respect the developers for working on this game for so long. Especially the art team, they always go hard, and I appreciate them, up to the high heavens. But with that being said, as a company, your only incentive is to make money off of your customers. Make content that will make your customers happy, and that will keep them for as long as possible. And adding new maps will do that, I can guarantee you. You probably won't see a huge spurt in your profits, but I can guarantee you, you'll see a player increase, and more players, more money. More players, more money, and more money, more speech therapy. Alright, back at the topic at hand. They were able to repurpose maps, alright? What you're telling me is they can add plate armor and Tozen's armor set and remove them in one day. Is that what you're telling me? There's so many people that have been asking for Tozen's armor, or quite frankly, this armor set for Warden, because my poor Warden, hot take, actually it's an objective take. Warden is out-rizzed by warmongers. I'm not gonna lie to you. And of course they want to use the clipping issue, of which, you know, is a valid response, but I mean, come on. We have some horrendous animations, reused animations that we still have on characters. The bar is already set pretty low. I think I could care less about a little bit of clipping. As long as my Warden looks immaculate with that incredible engraving, I could give less of a rat's ass. Don't you remember they fixed Warden's dump truck in about a season? So I don't know if there's a female Warden set, as I didn't play it, but if you guys do know, let me know, and let me know how bad the clipping is. But if we ever get new armor sets in the future for Warden, I think this would probably be in the highest priority. I've seen a lot of comments on Reddit and Twitter basically expressing their qualms about how this is a slap in the face for them, because you only get to play for one day, and we've been asking for it since day one, and they've literally showcased to us in the trailers. It's funny because Orochi was able to get his armor set from the trailer, but one thing I do want is that Nobushi armor set in the trailer. That would make me want to play Nobushi a little bit more, I'll tell you that much, because her fashion is kind of mid. You cannot tell me that you don't want this woolen map. Yes, I know people have been asking for a breach map for a long time, but unfortunately, this is just a ginormous map they'd have to spend tons and tons of hours and manpower, unfortunately, and they just don't have the budget for that. So instead, repurposing this breach map into a Dominion map would be insane. This could possibly be a point right here, point A, right here could be the minion lane, and then we could have, oh my gosh, just thinking about this makes me cackle, and it makes me super stoked for what they could possibly do. So this one right here could be point A for the attackers. Point B could be right here inside this building. This map is one of the most beautiful maps out there. It tops every single breach map in the game, in my opinion, and honestly, maybe even every single map in general. But I mean, the other base could literally be right here. There is so much options for Ubisoft. There's always a bunch of issues with new maps where they have to play test and make sure that players don't fall into the pits of hell down below and fall off the map. But this breach map has already been play tested, so there won't really be any issues with it. I did not know that there was catapults right over there. Like, holy smokes, they actually move too. Wait, that's not catapults. They're moving things around. Holy smokes, that is a cool attention to detail if I say so myself. We honestly need more castle maps. Alright, so right here could obviously be the spawn point for the defending team. No big deal, obviously, that's fairly easy. But I mean, this map is freaking beautiful. Like, you gotta be kidding me. This right here could literally be the minion lane. Blah, blah, blah. They're fighting over over this point right here, and we'd have to get rid of those ledges right there. Maybe just one of them. Keep that one there, perhaps, because there's tons of ledge kills potential in some other maps as well. And we can have the defender's point like maybe around here or something, so that this is obviously their gimme flag. And then perchance for the attacker side, they can open up this little area right here, because that's closed for some reason. So you have to walk all the way around, go through mid lane to get to this area, and maybe over here they could just make this a little bit bigger and have this be the attackers gimme flag or something like that. Because so for this map, you could probably just close off these walls, just leave a little bit open in case Warlord or Lawbringer wants to camp here at point C or point A. I mean, this entire area is just a hazard zone, but this would probably be pretty fun to fight, I'm not gonna lie to you, or more tedious than anything. Warlords and Lawbringers would reign supreme there, unfortunately. Mid lane could be under these bridges, but of course I think we'd have to get rid of some of the bridges areas so that we could just kill minions and not be afraid to get ledge attack all the time. So a little bit of balancing that needs to be done there, but I think we could make it work. Their gimme flag could be right over yonder, right over here where that torch is, or this lantern is. It could be right there. Small maps in design are not that big of a deal because we have plenty of those. Forge is basically one of those small maps. And for the defending team, their base could be right over here or something like that, because that's close to their home base. That's their gimme flag. And boom, we have a beautiful map that you can traverse around and sightsee if you want to, and ledge attack if you please. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. What do you all think? New maps or new heroes? More headache or a new scenery where you can watch your character absolutely get destroyed by 4 Jormungandrs? The box is excited for Lawbringer's rework and Nushia's rework as well in testing runs. I hope to see you there on Thursday. I'll probably have a video coming out that day or the day after. Going to play Resident Evil 4 now. Bye bye. See you later.